Sometimes life brings unexpected changes that we struggle to understand. People we care about, trust, or even love suddenly leave our lives, and we are left questioning why. We often wrestle with the pain of loss, confusion, and uncertainty. But what if I told you that when God removes people from your life, it is not a punishment but a form of protection? What if this separation is His divine way of moving you closer to your purpose, your peace, and your destiny? God hears what you cannot. He knows the conversations behind closed doors, the intentions behind smiles, and the whispers in the dark that you are unaware of. While we might be blind to the true motives of those around us, God is all-seeing and all-knowing. Sometimes the people who seem to fit perfectly into our lives are not meant to stay because they carry intentions or actions that would ultimately harm us or pull us away from our path. God, in His infinite wisdom, removes them for our own good, even when it hurts. When we lose people, whether through betrayal, distance, or the natural drifting apart of relationships, it can feel like a significant setback. But what we must remember is that God knows what lies ahead. He sees the bigger picture. Sometimes the people we hold on to so tightly are not aligned with where God is taking us. They may have served a purpose for a season, but if they are not meant to walk with us into the next chapter of our lives, God will remove them to make room for those who will. It can be difficult to let go, especially when we don't understand why. But trusting in God's plan means believing that every person who leaves our life is part of a greater purpose that we may not be able to comprehend in the moment. God's plans for us are always good, and even though the process can be painful, He removes people for our protection, our growth, and our transformation. Often we are unaware of the toxic or unhealthy relationships we are in until we are removed from them. God sees the emotional, mental, or spiritual harm that certain people can bring into our lives. Maybe there were things you missed, subtle manipulation, hidden jealousy, or negative influences that you didn't see or weren't ready to acknowledge. God, in His mercy, hears the whispers of danger and removes these people before their presence can cause more damage. Perhaps you have prayed for protection, for guidance, or for clarity. You may not realize it, but the removal of certain individuals from your life is God's way of answering those prayers. When God hears the whispers of betrayal or negativity, He will intervene to shield you from further harm. Trust that even if the departure is sudden or painful, it is part of His divine plan to lead you into a healthier, more aligned season of your life. Making space for growth. God also removes people from our lives to make space for growth. Sometimes we outgrow relationships or find that they no longer align with who we are becoming. This doesn't mean that those people are bad or that we are superior. It simply means that the relationship has fulfilled its purpose. As we evolve, God knows who can walk with us in our new season and who cannot. Removing people who hold us back, intentionally or unintentionally, is part of the pruning process God uses to prepare us for the next step in our journey. When God removes people, He may be preparing you for greater things. He knows that certain relationships might limit your potential or keep you from fully stepping into your purpose. While it can feel like loss in the moment, it is actually preparation for something bigger. God wants to bless you with people who will support your growth, who will challenge you in the right ways, and who will walk with you in purpose and faith. God's plan is better than our plan. As humans, we often try to hold on to relationships out of fear, comfort, or the need for control. We cling to what feels familiar, even when it no longer serves us. But God's plan is always better than our plan. When He removes someone, He is not taking away something good. He is clearing the path for something better. God knows what relationships will elevate you and which ones will drain you. He knows who will celebrate your victories and who will secretly resent them. He knows who will lift you up in prayer and who will whisper against you in secret. Trusting God means surrendering the need to control the narrative. It means recognizing that the people He removes were not meant to carry you into the future He has designed for you. He may have heard things you didn't. He may have seen actions you weren't aware of. He knows the hearts of people and removes those who no longer align with your purpose so that you can continue walking in His will for your life. Embrace the divine detour. When people leave your life, it is natural to grieve, to question, and to feel lost. But know that God is at work even in your loss. He removes people to protect you from harm, to prepare you for greater things, and to ensure that you are surrounded by those who are truly meant to be part of your journey. Embrace the divine detour. Trust that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should, and even when it feels like loss, it is actually grace. God has heard the whispers, seen the unseen, and is guiding you toward a future filled with peace, purpose, and the right people. Conclusion. The people who are meant for you will stay. Those who are not will leave by God's design. Trust in the process and know that each removal is not a setback but a step closer to the life God is preparing for you. Let go with faith, knowing that God's plan is always perfect.